big toe right in. Okay. Shake out the day a little bit. Get everything kind of moving, your mouth, wake up your face. All right, toes. You got 10 of them. Generally. I shouldn't say that. Yeah. Got a few of them. There you go. All right. So yeah, work it up. Work the energy up from your feet, bottom of your feet, up through your heels, into your legs, and get the legs underneath you. People bending over a little bit. That's kind of good to do. Yeah, anything you need. Body here. Good. Check out your obliques. So kind of helps center yourself, your breath, start looking at ribcage a little bit. Finding so your singing posture. A nice breath. Nose. Hold it for a few seconds. And then just release through your mouth. At your own pace. Kind of get through that expansion. Nice to kind of hold the breath. Yeah. I remember what soloist I was working with, that was a trick. She told me, she's like, if I do that, I literally, if I have to sing a phrase that's really high, and I actually hold my breath first. Take in the air, breathe, and then let go. Yeah, just all these different ways to work with an instrument, right? Okay, we just touch here, and we kind of find center. And again, we start thinking in horizontals from the feet, up through our hips and obliques, shoulders, taking in a nice breath. Shoulders down. Across the neck, the jaw, the tongue. Say mad. All this up in here, your eyes, and relaxing the brow. That's really important. Okay, that's kind of our tongue sort of. That's kind of just our neutral. Where we begin. Forwardly speaking. All right, that's good. Well, let's just do just sort of fumbling through vowels. So we'll just go through our E just to practice that. So we'll go E. Start warming up gently. G. Coming from above, tapping right into that head point. So we go ready and very nice. We'll try with the end now. When you're coming down, don't go past it. Try to land right on it, just like just ever so delicately. Try not to do that. Use your ear to kind of, so here it is, here's your pitch. Okay, then and that was good. The whole side is important, yawning. It's that feeling that we have when we want to begin a phrase and approach a note, or especially when we descend to a note. So important. Think of summer in the setting, right? This is the effect he's going for there with the word summer, sleep, and all of this that creates the word painting. So okay, so let's try a little bit of an nice big yawn. Oh. let's go up a step down. We'll go to an A. How about an O? Yeah, I can't see behind the mask, but I can hear it in the room, right? So make sure it's a real O. Yep, and use your hands, especially so that again, it's part of the warm up, so don't be feeling like, oh my God, you know, do something with your hands that's productive. Try again, and. Yeah, that's important. The O with the brightness here and the horizontal here is important. So we don't want O, everything kind of relaxed, but this. Same thing with ooh, ooh. Nice and resonant. Okay, try ooh and. Oh, sorry. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so why don't we go? Let's see if we could do the E. We'll go. Low for me too. Ready and. Vowels, I should just practice them separately. You know, instead of right? So two already and in the way by getting involved, right? The tongue's nice and relaxed all the time, right? The shape happens a bit on the mouth, but that's key. Be mindful of what the tongue is doing and the muscle memory. Let's move through the phrase a little bit quicker, and let's add a nice legato sort of gesture right through it. All right, so let's go back down Alan to the E. So the and remember the approach on and we just want up here, it just sort of is like moves rather than the having an edge. Makes sense? So 1, 2, ready, and. Okay, sopranos then. There's still too much of an edge. Let's go up as you go down. So up with the gesture as you go down. It's a little bit, you know, so you're sort of pressing and pulling down. Lift as you go down. So lift the hand. So 1, 2, ready, and. There we go. Better. Terrific. Let's start in with the vivaldi. Great to see everybody tonight. So here's how we're gonna roll. Okay. So we're gonna start right in on the you know that one. Actually, Grazias was Stevie, number 4. I don't have the same scores. Which page? 20. Thanks. Okay, so tonight we're going to work for about a half hour together on Vivaldi. Perhaps we'll get to summer with the aesthetic. We're going to go into sectionals in 45 minutes until break to work on summer for sure. And when we come back, we'll sing summer and we're going to work our way through autumn. So as I've been kind of contemplating, as I do, every week, rehearsals, and I'm so excited, and I hope you all are as well, the wonderful session leaders that we have with us here to help us not just learn the music and secure our sections and all of this and contribute to the whole, but we're also going to, now that we've had a bit of an introduction over the last couple of weeks with the music and singing through some of the music, some vocal ideas, vocal practice ideas and whatnot. And hopefully lots of helpful things already, the resources that have been made available to everybody through the notes. We now really got to get into making sure the first thing is done. We need to know the music. You need to know the notes. You need to know the rhythms. The rest of it, it can get lost if we're not absolutely secure on that. So I'm going to push a little harder now today, hoping that everybody has studied this week and knows the music, and then it's going to make sectionals even that much more of an opportunity to work on things vocally and to work on things to refine, but we don't want to have to use sectionals to woodshed. That's done at home. So let's see how well we rehearse this week at home. So here's number 4, the Grazias Agi Stevie. Let's just sing on blue. Ready, and beginning again, ready, each time these notes don't move fast, right? So if we can get our eyes out of the music, it will open our ears up even that much. All right, so
look, part's really hard.
I'm sorry, what?
I think this alto part is really hard.
I know, it's brutal. It's brutal. My gosh, those 6G. Yeah, 2, thank you. Even though the G is the same, the chord around it changes, and you were finding what each G needed to be in the context of the chord. That's great. For the sopranos, you're finding your way up from basically, this is about getting from a B to the beginning of the section to a D sharp. By way of a half step, you climb there, right? You climb all the way up. B to C sharp, then big step to D sharp, big step to E, small step down to F sharp. That's how you have to work it mentally. All right, here we go. 2 again. 2. Yeah. is just whatever, just lifting. You just have an ascent, right? The A sharp, B, all that kind of thing. Tenors, it's lovely. It's very nice, very good. Here we go. Good text. Gracias. It doesn't have to be loud right now. And done. What's the first sound? Say that a few times. This. Okay. Very good. Look up, and it'll sound different. When you say moose, just everybody write oo over it. Moo, and then put the S, cross off the S, and then put the S in front of the T, the TB, right? Moo, you know, and then we've got that in there, right? That'll just keep it open. It's just really hard with a smaller group. These things kind of happen a little bit on their own. With a larger group, we have to be that much more mindful to stay open on the vowels if we are to sing in a clean manner. All right, so here we are. Wonderful, beautiful. Gracias. One more time. Two. Lovely. So friends, you have a nice sound going. Nice and easy. Not just nice and easy. You're kind of all hanging out on that G. That's pretty darn good. Let's do it again. Let's do without sustaining. Just do. Okay, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and up. Don't sustain anything. Just make it all. Do you see what I'm saying? Just short. Yeah. Don't hold the notes. That's all. Yeah. That's what you could do. And you could put the M's of, now you have the markings for ro, ma, right? The schwa of the M. Right? It's a big deal in flow music. And M, ma, the word book, it's a schwa sound. It's the sound a voice consonant makes when you release it. Ma. Okay, so you can put that in. Do. Want to stick that in there? Have that. All right, here we go. 1 and 2 and the end. Short. That's good. It's a nice way to practice. That's the rhythmic skeleton of it all. And singing in a short manner like that just allows us, it forces us to have to get right to the point, right to the center of the pitch, without all the muscle memory, kind of that is the glue between going from note to note. So it's a precision thing that has to occur. It also shows me how aware we are beyond the part, your own part that you're singing. Like, I'm not sure if everybody realizes in bar 6 that the altos, the tenors, and the bass start together, that phrase together. You kind of sound like you're together, but it doesn't feel like you want to start the phrase together. So that breath has to occur amongst those 3 sections, across those 3 sections, not just individual lines. Otherwise, you don't get that sense of we're all in this together. Okay, one more time. That's really nice. This is not a vocal exercise so much, right? This is an ear exercise. It's an oral exercise. So don't, just nice and light in the voice. 1 and 2 and 3 and put. Very good. Now let's try that. Still staccato, but use the text. So just try to keep it as detached as possible. Nice and light. Okay, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Are we in minor or major, alto?
Right now, we're in between.
Yeah, we're a little, we've got to decide. Get it in there. Yeah, that was pretty good. And speaking of minor or major, just let's all sing the soprano part at the beginning, down an octave or 2 or 3. This is major. This is major. Sing that. This is major. And
This is major.
so try to pop there. And D and rock there. Yeah, that's good. All right, now the tenors, you know, let's all read the alto line together. 2 and 3 and 4. This is minor. This is minor. Okay, so just make those distinctions really clear at the end of the phrases. So that one's minor. The next one is the tenor. So guess what? It's back to major, and then the basses come along and it's back to minor. So there we have it. And we remember from like all of our musicianship stuff on Zoom during the pandemic. This is a little fugetta, meaning it's just a short fugue. But look at it, starts the soprano key of E minor. So just think for a moment, E minor. It starts on the fifth, the B for the sopranos, right? The fifth, the E, F sharp. Everybody's like, oh, don't talk about it. E, F sharp, G, A, B. You can handle this. That's 5, correct? That's 5. I'm not gonna jump into musical calculus. That's 5. Now E, right? 5 below. So it happens in fifths. A fugue happens in fifths. That's what gives you the counterpoint. Right? So we start, it's easy to understand, right? So we start on the fifth with the B, then the altos come in on the 1, the E, then the tenors on the B, and the altos, bass is on the 1, and then the fugue creates the part creates that harmony, right? All right, so keep that in mind. And people who are starting on the B are the ones who end the phrase in major. Ones who start on E as an E minor, who end the phrase on minor. Make those distinctions. Okay, here we go. Now, all we need to do is add a little bit of tone, just some connective tissue. It's all. Keep it nice and light like that. But now you just get to connect a little bit. You know, that. Just you're not no. Okay, so just a little bit of connective tissue. 1 and 2 and 3 and go. Will just never be high enough. You know, you have to say that to yourself. Yeah, so high. Yeah. All right, that was pretty good. It's a wonderful. The language is wonderful, right? You know, it's rhythmic. You have lots of fun syllables to play off of. At the same time, you're mindful of vowel and the openness of the vowels. But you can still, by the way, like gracias before. Say it a few times. Ready? Yeah, even though you're sitting there, maybe you get your hands on your obliques. I mean, that has to come from a lower place, you know. You've got to get that like on the body for it to have some staccato and some activity going on in order to sing those runs. That's what we mean by support. So your voice can feel free to be flexible. And to move. Just try it a few times. 1 and 2 and let me speak. Again and let me speak. And lighter and. Put the R even more. That's good. That's pretty good. All right. So you're going to be very good with that. Rion. Now, as you did in measure 6, alto, tenor, bass. Now I have a sense of ensemble breathing. Meaning within the sections, I can see you all paying attention to the fact that you breathe. This is the same thing that has to happen into measure 8 with the sopranos, the tenor and the bass. We all have to be aware of each other in this section, and 10. Okay. Now in bar 11, glory to. Say, try that speaking and glory to. Yeah, instead of to on, when you get there, okay? Okay, one more time. Oh, and lastly, bar 15, sopranos, altos, on the way up, a little bit of a crescendo, same spot for the basses, and the tenors, and the basses in the latter part of the measure. That nice ascent, just give it a little bit more upward motion, crescendo. Okay, let's stand. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3. Let's get it all together. Listen to all the sounds. They all have to be together. 1 and 2 and 3 and go. Okay, but there's a difference. See, we just practiced. Somebody went and sat right on it. 1 and 2 and 3 and go. Whether I'm looking at you or not. 1 and 2 and 3 and go. One last time, and then we'll move on. When it gets to be legato, really becomes really legato, and when it needs to be sharper or more rhythmic, a bit more sharper rhythmic. Enjoy it a little bit more. Okay, one more time, right through it. Can we anchor it? Get a little bit more on the body. Hopefully, 1, 2, and 3, and good. Especially sopranos, 2, ready? 2, ready, and 2. I don't know what the vowel is. 2. Right there, ready, and 2. Can you approach it from above? We're a little like. Ready, and yeah, okay, we got the idea. Good for you. Great. Have a seat. Good. All right. Domine Fili Reason is number 7. Okay, that's it. That's the best movement. Yeah, this is so cool. Okay, so you all got the marks, right? Between Saturday and now. So basically, this is it's fast. I forgot what I was having this conversation with this week, but it'll come back to me because it really so much matter. You know, with this new version, with Cars version, and I don't know if I really said this to the whole group yet, but let me just read for a second. You know, this piece, which has been around for many, many years, as you know, has gone through has had many scholarly versions. Okay, and so this is the most recent, and what's wonderful about it is it's really cleaned up an early music work that was kind of a mess in a lot of all of the other different versions. Now, what's interesting in many of the other versions is that it emphasizes this French overture, this French manner style, where we basically double dot, you know, some of the in places, just as you saw it in some in the rhythmic notation. And even though this is a scholarly edition, and therefore it's not required that we do it, but it's just sort of good performance practice and how everybody sort of knows this movement to, in fact, apply that style of singing. So I'm curious what it's going to sound like, if it made sense to you, these markings. So let's just hear the rhythm, speaking through the words, while Alan play right on bar 9 when you come in. So the do, mi, for instance, the basses have that first sentence. So just speak through it, everybody. 1, 2, and do, not bad. We're gonna go a little slower because I can hear people are faking it. 1, 2, go. Nothing kind of between. Sucrete, stay. The altos, 2, 3, 2, 3, stay. So now, similar in those moments, like we just did with Facte Maniam Gloriam, Facte Maniam Gloriam, that break in the middle of the word, essentially. Just that little bit of connective vowel sound keeps the rhythm prominent. So, get sucrete, not ye sucrete, get sucrete. Does that make sense? So it's important that we, before these sort of sharp rhythmic cadences, you let go of the sustaining of the vowel and get the rhythm across. All right, one more time. Now, if everybody could just take a study for a moment at the bar 12, at the alto part. You see how, because we all sing this. Do, mi, ne, fi, u, che, mi. See where I put the breath in there? With the breath on che, a little lift there. Ni, te, yeah. So we can get into ni, te, and yeah. So you can breathe on either side of it. But the idea is not to breathe between the words unigenite and yeah, specifically between the syllables te and yeah. All right, that goes for everybody. Here we go. 1, 2, and do. Somebody was early over there. Just a big word, you can write this down and you can say this at cocktail parties and you'll be like, you know, one of these like, what's that word? Chemiola. H-E, this is important, okay? H-E-M-I-O-L-A. H-E-M-I-O-L-A. Hemiola. So right there, bar 35, you saw the brackets that I put in the markings for you, right? So this is obviously in 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. A hemiola is when it goes into 2, into duple instead of triple, without changing the keys, without changing the time signature. Just simply re-emphasizing beats that are emphasized. So in bar 35, you have the downbeat, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. You see? So it feels like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay, that's called the hemiola. And that's a really important thing to know, especially in this music, particularly at this period. It's how we take all of these different, this counterpoint and bring it into a cadence and in a telescopic kind of way. So be mindful of that because the rhythm has to come forward. So the emphasis needs to be on beat 3 of measure 35, beat 2 of measure 36, and then of course the downbeat of 37. All right, so here we go. Let's go right on the downbeat of 32. Right in the middle of some words, that's okay. Right on the downbeat of 32. 1, 2, and. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. Good. Like so sopranos of bar 42. You got that? Me, ooh, me, jet, right? But let the rhythm come forward so I can hear it. Bar 40, sopranos and tenors. There, 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, and do, Sucree. Sucree for the alphas, right? And there's that hemiola again, right? And you get to embellish actually, a little bit more around what's going on with the hemiola. Good, let's go back to 40, bar 40. 40, tenor, soprano, 1, 2, and do, mi, and, yep, up. That just reminds me to bring back just sort of a rehearsal practice that we have. And that is if you mess up, just raise your hand really quick. Then I know that you know, which is all that's important. And then we can keep going. Okay, so right there on that pre-stead, right? Pre-stead, make sure we've got that. Yeah, all right, let's sing it. hey, even with your speaking, you're finding a peaceful place to be. You know, so the thing's got to have a nice sort of swing to it, but it's not a drinking song. So it's not. Yeah. So. Italian, fake sangria, not beer sangria. All right, here we go. Yeah, so tasteful. No. All right, here we go. And that's a good tempo for now. Messy. So, did you hear it? Let's make it right hand. Here you go. So, bar 9. Basically, you're just hanging out, and then you got to do something rhythmical. Got to be there. 1, 2, and. It's you got to be sharp. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sharp, vertical. This way, we've been talking a lot about sort of the two axes, right? So there's the vertical quality. How much of that needs to be present in the singing and in the sound? And then there's the horizontal quality. How much and when does that need to be more present in the sound? So when you're doing that's that. But then when we get to that's this. That's got to come forward, right? And we're always kind of, maybe it's balanced, maybe it's a little bit more horizontal, maybe it's a little more vertical in quality. That's our job to find all of that in music. So here we are, bar 26. 26, we'll start with the altos, the basses. Sopranos should come in 27, tenors 28, 1, 2, and pretty good. So altos, you have to find the G sharp. The infamous G sharp, that's going to be the note of the night. Yeah. Yeah, circle it, put an arrow up to it, sit taller, whatever. You got to make the adjustment. All right, top of the bar 26 more times. Same spot. All right, let's see if the altos can bring it home for us there. 1, 2, and starting to do, so I just want to encourage the sopranos a little bit more, a little bit over the bar line. Yeah, the tenor should have the same thing, right? Somewhere. So, oh goodness, you know where it is. Oh yeah, 462, 63. It's in those spots, right? Then we've got a little bit more. Bar 468, just write the word dialogue. Dialogue. Is that right? 68? No, hang on. 70. Dialogue. Soprano alto. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing fantastic. Back and forth, back and forth. All right, let's stand and take it through one more time. Try to get out of your own world, meaning your line. By the way, it is do, mi, she, the F. That's going to be important in the setting a little later on tonight too. The F. Do, mi, she. Make that expressive, okay? And then it's all of those. Yeah. Instead of like I don't know, I'm getting some or I'm getting some. It's not finesse, you know. So it's like the vocal leads we did just with the that sigh feel is what we want when we sing the It's not so not that kind of thing. Where we got on and you. We want the contrast of those long lines with the jaunty rhythm. Crescendo and then back into that jauntiness, right? So we have to do a lot vocally. We have to do a lot. We have to sing rhythmically. We have to sing, and that requires a certain kind of support. And we have to think long lines, and we have to come right out of that line back into rhythm. Okay, here we are. 40, bar 40. 1, 2, and. It's a hard note to start on. I'm just not convinced you. Can you guys get right in the center of the G sharp? One, and give it a little center. 1, 2. Just time the crescendo. 1, 2, and. Advanced in terms of thinking, in terms of the singing. When you sing that long note right before you move on, just a quick diminuendo. As opposed to just ramming right up into the next note. As opposed to go, instead of that, go, see what I'm saying? Just dial it back really quick, put the brakes on, and then carry on. All right, here we are, 40. 1, 2, and. That's it. That was good. You just got to get into the rhythm quickly. That was excellent. 1, 2, and. So wonderful, good, all right. So we're gonna go in sections, let's do a half hour, so like 8 o'clock, really quick, and we're gonna work on, let's do summer. You guys cover summer, that would be great, and we'll come back and we'll do summer after the break. So we're gonna go to 8 o'clock. Take a quick break. Carlos, I think we're going in
Yeah, she's fine. She's totally cool. Okay, going to the ghetto. Of course, she's gonna be my idiot. She's the one who gave me this list. Hi, Marcia. I existed with that. Okay, Jane Howard. Carol Farmer. So there's going to be a quiz after this for them. Lisa Curry. Got it. Janet. Yeah. Yes. You hate it. I can't say both your names in a row. Okay, Stephanie Inglis. Hi. She's okay, so Avery, how do you spell your last name, Avery? How do I spell it? Yeah. What part of your last name? M-A-C.
K-E-L-L-A-R-N-O-G-G-E-I-R-A.
Spell the first word again?
N-A-C-K-E-L-L-A-R.
I see 6 different ways.
The
I'm like,
K is capitalized, if that helps.
okay, all right. Okay, Lori Martin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scholarship.
Okay, Paula? Yeah. Marianne Bright. Oh, I'm very nice. Okay, and then Marianne Lynn.
It's right.
Rabbit.
Yeah.
Christine Rogers is not here. Nancy Schultz. Kathleen Sedgwick's not here. Alexandra Taylor is there. And Patsy Sharps is not here today. Karen Beck. And me.
Well, I said that in the past, and I just registered again today.
Okay.
So Vicky Martin, M-A-R-N-I-N.
Yeah, you are. That help anybody or?
Howard Tracy is
I'm sorry.
He's
So Alan Conway is here.
It would be an honorary elder.
No. Thanks, Sarah. So like, there are not many other tools that we're looking at. Okay, so we're just going to say, can anybody see my brain lying around anywhere? I could really use it. Summer or something. Did you guys listen to the recording at all? Or no? Oh, okay. Thank you. Shut the doors. So, I just want to say on that recording, I think that was the premiere, and they're so out of time. It's really sad. So let's not be like that. Okay? Please. The other thing that I was talking with Joe, and we have the new score, and Alan and Joe have had the old scores, and the full score, they have the orchestra, and all the parts are the old score. So that totally sucks. So probably what we're going to do is start a lot of these scores is copying old score and use the old score. They're almost identical. There's 15 differences that I found. A couple of little rhythms. There's like 2 sections where the measures are like really different, but they're not hard. And the rest of it is pretty much the same for us. There's a few extra measures here and there for the orchestra. That's not most of the things that we have to worry about. There's one section where the first one of the additions is written in G, and the other one's written in E and F. And they're the same notes. Just enough to make it really good. Anyway, so it's pretty much the same. Part of it a little different, but they sound the same. So that's probably what we'll end up doing. But right now, I have this, so we'll use this one. Learn the tricks of the market. That's what we just figured out today. So, okay. Just be warned. So, okay, then hopefully somebody will get that straight out someday, but it's not going to be us. So, okay, so we need the blazing sun. Okay. Okay, so let's start right at the beginning. Can we just go through it like we did last week and I'll just make comments? Is that okay? You played a little bit before measure H. No, letter H. Do you still have the old score?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I know. Yeah, measure 9. That sounds great. Okay, so Dennis just gave you your note. which is the trouble path down. So that looks like our rainbow. Okay. Do that again. He's just playing the parts, right? Alright, so you need to sound like so I had a choir teacher who in every choir she got turned to gold. She was amazing. There were two things she said. You should have clear key. And you need to stay hydrated enough so that your key is clear. And the other thing she said, if you're gonna make a mistake, make it loud. Because you can't correct anybody. If you sing this like, no, you're never gonna learn it. It's never gonna be on your body. You're never gonna be happy singing it. Just pretend that you've known this your whole life and just sing it. I don't care if you make a mistake. That's why we have rehearsals. I cannot give a flying fuck if you make a mistake. Okay? So please make it loud. Okay? Sorry if I just said it. Okay. All right. So really, truly, make your mistakes loud. Just be brave. I don't care. I would rather hear them than not hear you. Okay. And then okay, so let's go over. And minds are scores. That's everyone's right. Minds are scores. Yeah. Minds are, that's a B flat. That's why. Minds are scores. It looks a lot weirder on the page than it actually sounds. The one interesting line we get is 4 pieces. Okay, all the words. No, it's not that. Just that one spring. Okay, so let's try it again and really just be brave, okay? Think of something out on mental piano where you're talking to somebody who's on the other side of the room. Okay? So let's start at measure 9 one more time. 1, 2, sound of us who hear each other this time. It's like, oh my God, there's no options. So, and the sopranos have a deep right next to our C, so it's going to sound weird. So it really is and they have okay, let's do the end line two chords with the soprano and again to keep going. All right, okay, ready? Okay, so those little staccatos, the staccato basically means that the note is really half length of what you're doing. And then you just, so that's the staccato. If you have staccato over a half note, for example, it's a quarter note. If you have one over a quarter note, you treat it like it's an eighth note of the big press. So on those little eighth notes, you cut off pretty fast. No, it's just like it goes into nothing. It's like, you know, when you like dying in the sun. Kind of like I feel right now, and then you know, you put some half, yeah, I like to do it. I assumed a lot of it is he did it with the blocks, if we put the CKS in the wrong spot.
Yes.
Before,
It should be off the before the next beat starts. I mean, it's pretty simple, just treat it like it's a 16 and a 16. Yeah, just let it, yeah. Alan just said, it's composer speak for let it go. Well, we don't have to end the word, so end it before the end of the, okay, all right, let's keep going, this is a long, yeah, it's the same note, same everything. At least for us. Anyways, yeah, so, be great. Okay. All right, so let's start on measure 41, shall we? We just had lines on stars, so that's the same note. And they have the same note that they had before, so it's still just the same confusing chord, and that's your note. Okay. Okay, so let's do the end minor chords one more time, just so, and then we'll just keep going, and then I'll tell you what you're gonna have to do. And minor chords that calculates your reading. Okay, we're gonna be brave again. Remember what I said, let's be brave. Don't wait for your neighbor, be the leader. I don't care if you're wrong and you're the leader, just lead. Okay. That's what we're all here for. Okay, but that was good. You were right. So let's keep going. What's your next note? Okay, so let's do from minor chords one more time. Just get that down and then we'll keep going no matter what happens. Okay. Into the voice of the. Okay, let's try it one more time. Sorry. Melting into the voice of the. Okay, can you play as many parts as you can? Okay. Okay, let's start with the sun. Just so we can get that note from the previous part. So number 43. Okay, so you just get good notes, so that's fine. Okay, so that's your note, and that's this weird. Okay, so ready? Okay, so 1, 2. whole rest of the piece. So when you're singing Nelson, you gotta think that you're Nelson. Okay? And what do cuckoo sound like? Yeah. You gotta say it like it's a cuckoo, right? You're being cuckoo. We are a movie. You know, we don't have the visuals behind us, we have to bring it up with our voice. So, okay, I'm not gonna do that one yet, but unless you want to. No, wow. Okay, so can you play the interlude and then come in on the songs of the turtle dove? What do they sound like? What's the pitch sound like? Okay, so measure. Yeah, let's do it into the voice. Let's just do that together. Ready? Okay, so let's just say the rhythm for that. 1, 2, 3. The songs of the turtle dove and fish. Okay, so that little bit at the beginning is confusing, but it's not. Okay, so can you play a little bit? That bit. Okay, so can you just play these 3 notes right here? That should be 4. 1, 2, 3. Songs of the turtle dove. The songs. Wait, this is all the songs of the turtle dove and fish. Okay, and this part, we are using this balance of the first part. To freak out by that. The first, after letter J, that second letter there, we start singing. Then we are again. Another part where we're going. Yeah. Anyways, and the other version is not. Okay, let's just try word letter J. Yeah, it's supposed to be a Lego. Well, listen to what I was playing with the 16 notes. Right? Yeah. Thank you to the people who carried that, which was not me. Okay, I don't know how anyone tried to get it. Okay, so can you just play our part? Okay, a little bit after the J, pop from the 7. Yeah, okay. Where we coming? Okay. Anybody complain? Okay. Okay, so I think we got the North Wind suddenly. Okay, so let's, okay, suddenly I'm sleeping. Back to that note again. Suddenly, that lovely cheese you have. I'm sleeping. Okay, let's do that together, okay? Okay, oh, what happened there?
It's the motion.
Okay, so we're just gonna have to keep dancing. Okay, so let's try to add sweeping. Ready, two? Okay, one. That's pretty good. Okay, now make the space really loud, okay? Okay, let's try one more time. And can we just not play our part? Okay. Let's start with letter J. Just do this. Okay, let's start over again. Okay, so let's just say that. One, ready, and the north wind moves suddenly. Everybody, you got yourself somewhere. Ready, and the north wind moves suddenly. Okay, now pretend that you have it. And you're singing in your car and you're singing to some song that you know, it's a rock and roll song from ages ago. Yeah. Okay, ready, and the north wind moves suddenly. Okay, so just keep that. This is not just we're not supposed to be obedient. It's like we're making these up words. It's forward. You know, you can say what's on the picture, but that doesn't mean anything. You have to mean. Okay, so we'll start there one more time. Okay, so I'm gonna go you. Suddenly, and then you got I'm sweet. Suddenly, I'm sweet. Okay, all right. Letter J, one more time. Okay, so let's start at measure 90. Ready? But we need to figure it out. Okay, G sharp for all money. What? G sharp for all money. I know. Yeah, it's really hard to sing here. This is. Singing my life. Okay. And we had one hand that cries out, and then we have 2 weeks, and then we have, it looks like 3, but we're actually counting 4. Right? Because we have that little, 4 feet. Okay. So those, that's not that. Yeah. It's not. Like. Okay. What are we talking about massive files? We're already talking about massive files. This is not. Okay, maybe that's. Okay, can we start at, press one, then one away. Okay, that's just a tricky bit. It's not that bad, but it's got to pay attention, so let's just say, okay, so 1, 2, 1, flying flag. Now we're gonna get 1, 2, flying flag. Thunders roll, thunders roll. Okay, so that comes out to 4. Thunders roll, right? Okay, one more time. Our good old G, this is the one for this one. Other kids, that English is colored from the users. Okay, this is, we have the center of the key, this is. Okay, so press it, ready? Okay, can you play the, where the surprise thing about the 2/4 measure? That's 16. Anything you notice? Yeah, that's the C and 4, so what's our note? Everybody has it, not halfway through here. Okay, so can you play the, like a little bit more of the, like measure, just start over. This is one. Okay. Let's start at the last. The show that you're here actually keep some kind of tempo. It's 68. It's kind of slower than we've been doing, but it still is, it's not just. Okay, so you start at 116.
Thank you.
you guys want to go over it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Are you saying yes, we're supposed to stop late?
Yeah, let's just stop voting. No.
Stop late.
Yes.
Okay, go late. For a second,
We just have to remember, that we're on 117, it's been the last. That's unison.
Yeah.
So what we
yeah. That's
It's fun. It's fun.
Oh, do you have to do it? Yeah, no, I know.
Let's start with autumn.
Yeah. Let's start with autumn. Autumn. Find everybody.
Faces went up. Oh, the drinking song, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Pretty nice, yeah. Okay, here we go, folks. Letter N. Peasants celebrate with dance and song in autumn. This is in autumn. Yeah. Hi, everybody at home. I am so sorry. I keep forgetting to say good evening. Good to see you all. I'm sorry. Every week I go home and I say, hey, Ruth Ann. I go home and I say, oh my, hey, Amy. How is everybody? I go home and I say to myself, I messed up again. I didn't even like say good evening to everybody. So sorry. I'm thinking about you when the music's going, and then when it stops, I get into my thing. So good to see you all. All right, so we're going to start with autumn. Okay, then we're going to do summer. Is the sound better tonight?
The sound is great. It's the first time I've been on Zoom, so I think it sounds good.
So
The
better
sound's
tonight?
been kind of cutting out a little bit when it gets really, really high.
Yeah.
I have a microphone I could maybe let you borrow that
Okay.
attaches to the, yeah. I'll bring it next week. Oh, okay.
We have an external mic, yeah, but maybe.
I have a snowball, which is kind of like that, but it doesn't have the
Thing on top of it.
yes. I don't know.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. All right, good. Enjoy.
Okay. Yeah.
Ready? The peasants celebrate the dance. Let's use the rest of our brain power to learn something new. Then we'll go back and learn something, sing something. Okay? So, autumn. This is autumn. Letter N. It's in that section. It's bar 20. Bar 20. How many pages? 35. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's speak it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. The peasants celebrate with dance and song. With dance and song. And go. The peasants celebrate with dance and song. With dance and song. With dance and song. Okay, so it stays right in the range. Yep, right on those rounds 2 and 3 and 4. The Okay, yeah, right? All right, let's do it again. The pets. A little quicker. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. The pets celebrates with dance and song, with dance and song. And 4. The peasant celebrates with dance and song, with dance and song, with dance and song. Watch up here. This is right there. Ready, go. Right. It's not the word, right? You don't sing hard best. That's how we speak. When we sing, it has to be yeah, let's try. So up harvest 2 and 3 and go. Okay, now in tempo, ready, go. Yeah, okay, that time do it in real time. Ready, go. There you are, yes. Get to the brightness of the T.
The T does not carry, the S will carry like crazy. The T is way more important.
Yeah, right, exactly. So to have that end consonant in your head, right? Harvest. Yeah, like Margaret said, because the S is going to be going through the S. We always hear an S. I hear S's when there are no S's to be heard. All these years in Columbus. They're everywhere. All right, here we go. The peasant, like peasant. Well, that S is a C. Let's sing it though. That 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. The peasant celebrates with dance and song, with dance and song. The peasant celebrates with dance and song, with dance and song, with dance and song. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure. Yeah, here we go. The peasant 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. The peasant celebrates with dance and song, with dance and song. The peasant celebrates with dance and song, with dance and song, with dance and song. Pick up to 46. Here's Alan and I will start at letter O. So bar 40, Alan and I. And jump. That's right. Yeah, ready and. Before we get into it, measure 54 and 55. There's a discrepancy between the two scores that I have yet to figure it out. So just whatever. It's a whatever moment, bar 54, 55. For this is for the sopranos. Everybody else, it's not a whatever moment. It's just the sopranos, yeah. So Yeah. Is that true, Mark? 56?
Well,
I don't want to get stuck.
the first should have, just go with the, everybody, yeah. Okay, just.
Measure
On
56.
38. 38, 50, measure 56. It's unclear what the first is confusing.
Oh, you're included? Yeah. You're confused about which note to sing? Oh, what the first is supposed to sing? Oh.
Should be a dotted order.
You just sing flows, and then you go up to the,
The dotted order is initially like that.
Yeah. You
It
guys
should
probably
be a
have
half note. It should be a half note. Yep. Thanks, yeah. Okay, let's go back to O. That's Margaret's. That's not. Yeah, that's good. Okay,
What's
so
on the recording? It's the full group.
I'll check. Folks, so when there's some stuff that we're figuring out in the score as we're going, that we're gonna fix up next week, in time for next week. So just sort of, again, on Saturday, there's gonna be some, just short, what happened is this is the original print, right? And I got 30 of these in the summer. Then the publisher ran off another 70, which has the other cover. And they're just little things here and there that are different. Yeah, so this is after the full score comes, after the parts are already out to the orchestra, so on and so forth. So I have a puzzle I'm working on to square, it's nothing major, it's just here and there, and that's one of the spots, so. Okay, so let's just, what's that?
But I think you need a rewind.
Yeah, good. Here we go. Let's,
Yeah,
yeah,
I have a question for you. I know it's not my section.
okay.
Measure 41, it says sopranos come in, but I don't know if that's a solo or what.
Yeah, there is a discrepancy there. Same thing. It's different what I have here. But right now, let's have the soprano sing it. Okay, so let's see that in measure 41. Just in case, just so we learn. I'm not sure if it's the soloist or the full soprano section. So here's this. I think the rest of the movement were pretty much good. That was the only spot. Those were the only spots that's in here. Everything else was okay. As far as I know, let's check really quick. There's something later on, but we'll get there. Okay, letter O. Here we go. Letter O. Okay, so 2 and 1, 2, 3. Yeah, good. We'll just drill each section a little bit, just to get it in our blood, and everybody will be able to practice this week. And then we'll be doing some sectionals on these next week. All right, same thing. Letter O again. Down and 1, 2, and 3. Nice. first slumber. 2, 3, 1. Nice, all right, let's go back a little bit more into that. So this is the pickup to letter P. Pickup to P as in Peter, or 62. The peasant celebrates with dance. Who else? Letter P. Yeah, 62. That's it, yeah, 2 and 3 and 4. Now, so the bases, you have that pitch in your mind, right? That the low bases. Even though we go through a whole key change, kind of keep that in mind. So here's 81. Let's keep going out. Let's see if we get through this part. So let's do 81. Yeah. Yeah. That's another key. Here we go. Go 1, 2. Let's do that again. That also is a key. That's the word of the week. Okay, let's do letter Q. Letter Q. Let's see. Good job. 1 and 2. down B, letter R. Right where we were on. 123. There we go. So, and do 1, 2. One more time, same thing. Same spot.
The air.
Yeah, the air, right? The air. When the is followed by a word that starts with a vowel, you pronounce it, you sing it as the, not the. So that's just a rule. There's 122. So we're in that key of D. And go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and put the T right on B2 and 132. Right on B3 and bar 135. Okay, good. Here we go, letter S. S, the next section. So we'll start right at letter S. So you guys have a chance to get the repeat in your ears. So we got our S down. Let's do that section one more time. Very nice. Very beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, a lot of beautiful strains of music that come out. Letter S one more time. Letter S. Here we go. And Yeah, here we go, another T, yeah, so one. Let's just go through that section. Once speaking through it, let her pick up to 187. Speaking through it, 187. Or 188, let's say, pick up to 188. The hunters and we're just speaking 2, ready, and go. Hunters and birds and all for the chase. And on for the chase. And guns and dogs, they go out. Guns and dogs, they go out. They follow the track, they follow the track. The raisins flutter like a wild horns and guns and dogs. Yeah, okay, let's see that. Good, pick up to 188. Good. Pick up to 188. 1, 2, 3, and the hunters and birds and all for the chase. Nothing should be a surprise. Nobody should be coming in and receiving one. Nobody should be coming in here like, oh my, what's this? No, that's called studying music. There's a recording on YouTube. You gotta get the rhythms of your body.
It doesn't help to hear the seconds. Oh my.
Well, it should. You have a piano.
I can't play.
You can play. And not only that, the rhythm alone, if you could just, get with the recording and learn the rhythm, that's a lot to learn here, right? Just, the drum. Yeah, it's not me. Why am I entertaining such excuses? Neil is trying to provide cover. No more cover. Week 3, week 4, we gotta keep moving. All right, here we go. Let's go back to summer. And then next week we'll look at winter. That's the 4th season. That's the one coming. But this
Skip winter, go right to that.
Oh, right, right,
We're in
right,
the summer.
okay.
We're in the spring.
Okay, that's page 22, right? Here we go. All right, this we got a wonderful like this section. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's do it. Okay, so once it's just an exercise. At some point you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bars to hear the G. He's playing it a number of times. Once you hear it, just start humming, just for practice sake, so you don't have to come in on it. So you get the drum going. We're going down and do one. Let's just go through a little bit of 49. 49, 50, let's do 55, really quick. 55, the songs of the Turtle God. Just speak it, 3 and 4 and 1. The songs of the Turtle God. Good, let's sing right there. Right. 3 and 4 and 1. The songs of the Turtle God. letter J. Letter J. Let's speak through it once. How about that? A little quicker. And one, that's good. Letter J. Letter J again. And all right, let's sing that. Good. That's good. One letter J again. All right, here we go. Go. Here we go. Okay, press the 4/4 bar down and do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Is the ending, which is similar to the so let's go right on it, right on 140, yeah, let's just do, what letter M? Let's just do that. Right where we were, I mean, and. Letter M, 134, yeah. Let's go back again. So just one bar before the tenor alto, so bar 140. Remember, your eighth note is the beat here, so your quarter note is worth 2 beats, right? Everything is kind of unusual in that way. There are 3 eighth notes in this thing. Here's 140, and here we are. And 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Expand and measure here. Nice, good. All right, folks, this is good. Okay, you gotta get busy. You gotta get busy at home and put the markings in there, which is great. You gotta just do more homework. Get the rhythms out of the way, get the notes out of the way. You gotta woodshed, so you come to rehearsal not surprised by what's there on the page. Because we can see what's there on the page on our own. So when we come here, we want to be able to kind of really go deeper into the music. Good job. It's exciting, isn't it? Sounds fantastic. I just want to get some consistency and momentum going, which we are. And thank you to Mark. Let's getting this all up to speed on all this good stuff. Good. And my sets and stuff, and Alan, thank you. As always. Thanks everybody at home.
Probably as you saw, we've got some, it's not too early to start. We've got some posters for the November concert. We'll have larger posters next week. And then we also have the smaller, really more to hand out. This is for the October chamber event at the mansion. This is not going to be sort of blasted out, publicized like we publicize the normal main stage concert. So this is really sort of a personal ask, ask somebody who you think would be interested in coming. And again, if you don't know the details, it's the Middletown, the mansion at Wadsworth is a beautiful facility. We get to use it for free because of the volunteer work that we've done in the past. So that's a great value to us. We're going to have cocktails, hors d'oeuvres, beautiful music. So it's a great evening to invite somebody to. It's basically a suggested donation, and $5 of every donation is going to go to the Amazing Grace Food Pantry on behalf of the chorale. So it's, again, a way for us to be in the community. And then I think as Joe had said last week, this is sort of a warm up, and it's really sponsored by the board of the chorale as well. So the board has stepped up to sponsor this event, and so we appreciate their support of that. So,
And we have that night, we have Harmonia with us that night, which is gonna be playing some of the Vivaldi's Four Seasons. So you can see, so you can kind of you can make the connections between the dots, between Sedic and Vivaldi. Because in the Sedic, we hear some of the Vivaldi Four Seasons. So there's that emphasis that night and some alchemy.
Could you repeat the date, please?
October 13th.
Thursday, October 13th.
Thank you.
Ms. Lori?
Well, I'm sorry, if you are an established member of Alchemy at this point and are singing on the October 13th for the Wadsworth, I have paper hard copies of the music. You have the PDFs, but if you want them, come see me afterwards right out there. I can hand you a hard copy if that's what you would like.
Any other, Margie?
Alexandra, I'm actually making name tags for the new people. If anybody has lost their name tag or needs one, please see her. I've given all the new people's names to her and all the new section leaders' names.
Okay.
Yes, I'm doing tags. I also do food. So thank you very much for those who brought food. Always welcome more. What I do is tomorrow, I go to the food pantry, deliver the food, I will ask them for any special needs. Those end up in the notes, which you may have noticed on Saturday. But you can bring, it's apple picking time. Bring apples. I'm sorry on this, but just whatever you're moved to do, please do it. Can I make a comment? I live near the Pawcatuck food, I live an hour from here, so, but we have zucchini in our garden that we lost, and it got to be this big. And we're like, what the hell are we gonna do with 5 zucchini that are this big? So we brought them down to, you would think we had just handed them plates full of gold. It was so awesome. People who haven't had fresh fruit and vegetables in so long because it's expensive. So, just a thought for you.
All right, any other comments for the good? Check.
Perfect. We've got some alchemy auditions going tonight, right?
Yeah, they're not tonight. If anyone of you were going to be here next week, one of the auditions tonight, I'm here, but there was only one person signed up for tonight, because everybody wanted that extra week. Music. So, which is fine, so we'll be running a little bit late next time, but that's fine with me, so, but there's still space, I have space I can come before the rehearsal, or I'm already coming at 6 for one person. So I can do another one at 6:15 or 6:10. Anyway, if you're still on the fence, you're like, well, we rehearse, if we're gonna rehearse, it will be after this rehearsal, so it's not like a giant time commitment. And we only rehearse a few times, so when we do the thing, so you learn on your own, so just. So anyway, I'm really good to the people who have signed up, and I'm looking forward to this, so.
Again, I know we mentioned this last week. Is everybody getting the notes? I know for nobody's missing that. That's a very, very important week.
Are you getting the notes now? Saturday note?
I should be next. I got it sent to me this time.
Okay.
I had a question. If people are wondering how often Alchemy will rehearse beyond what we do on Tuesdays. And like, they're thinking about time.
We generally only rehearse a few times before each concert. It's not like, we're not going to rehearse every week like we do this week. That's the point. That's why you go home and learn your music on your own. You come in with it polished enough to polish it with the group. So, yeah.
So now that I can hear you, you're thinking it's a weekly.
I see. Yeah, so for instance, for October 13th, they have some people join us who are already in it, prepare a couple of pieces for the October 13th program. It's looking like we're going to keep going with auditions throughout it's looking like we're going to keep going with auditions throughout the fall a bit more, and to keep allowing people to participate in the audition process, to put together then a roster from which we can have different people doing different things come spring winter and spring. And what we're thinking of doing is simply just having folks who are preparing music to sing on the main stage concert is to stay from 9 till 9:30 on Tuesday. So it's not there are not extra days involved unless we need to, put in a rehearsal, but that's basically what it is. So that's a really good point, Bruce. It's not like an outside extra commitment beyond everybody being here already.
Yeah, they don't stay.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's,
You
yeah.
don't have to be somewhere. Another night a week.
You do not have to be somewhere on another night. Yeah, so thank you. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Because that's not how it's been functioning.
Oh, yeah,
Until this year.
it's different.
Yeah. Revolving, yeah.
And it was out here earlier, and I think it's run for the Sunshine Club. John was out there and.
I have the jar.
Oh, you have the jar. Okay, if there's any final contribution, but thank you all for doing that. Yes, we actually have some folks in the hospital and recuperating, so I'm sure they will enjoy hearing from us. So thank you. That's it.
Yeah, and just a big shout out, so many people do so many things, but one person I'm always remiss to thank in a profound, most grateful way is Margie. Like, gathering all together. All of the, once August comes and we start putting a call out for new members, and it's Margie who's the point person, like right here, I mean, folks who came to us, and Margie interacts with everybody who's new, who's returning, and everybody who's here. To build the roster, it's a big job. Does it in an efficient, stealth way. So stealth that I always forget to kind of put a little spotlight on her. Thank you. So, Margie, thank you. Week 3 and we're in very good order.
I think we're up to over 73 or
What about 75?
about 75. So that's a great outcome.
And wait, 11 tenors.
And 11 tenders. We need another jar on the piano so you can tip the town.
It's like them before the fight breaks.
That's right.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.